Last time on Knights of the Roll Table, the small team of Sarsa, Branch, Randall, and a joined-up ally, Igneous of the Fire Realm, survived an overwhelming encounter with a demon horde. They fought them off with the assistance of a devil that they had just freed, who granted them a favor they could call on him to repay at any time. Upon returning to the innkeeper who gave them the mission, he revealed himself to be former elite and former CEO of Heaven Sent Industries, Sozeb the Industrious.
This small halfling person that was a few moments ago this older innkeeper character that y'all had dealt with is now standing in front of you. He's well dressed. Has a little kind of pocket watch kind of contraption in his vest, and he's kind of standing there in this whole area. Like, there is no office, there is no furniture. It's just him standing in front, and he's kind of got his hands steepled together, and he's like, well, I do think y'all did a really good job getting my stuff, and you're proving yourself to be quite effective, in fact, so well done to that. Can't say it's great to see you again, Igneous, but our paths were meant to cross at some point, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I shouldn't punch you right now, but I really want to punch you, really a lot, because I cannot emphasize enough how much I want your face in my fist right now.
Well,
am I the only one? Am I the only one feeling that? Is anyone else here feel that?
Well, where are my manners? I haven't really introduced myself to your compatriots, so my real name is Sozeb. Some people call me Sozeb the Industrious. I was the CEO and main supplier of Heaven Sent Industries down in that lower area where I was unjustly kicked out. It was a hostile takeover, let's be honest. But, I was in charge of sending out some very fine products to people, mostly potions. But, sometimes we have to roll with the punches, so they say. And Igneous and some of his fellow knights were able to, change leadership, I guess. It kind of became a democracy, and they took over and shut the factory down. So I had to start up my industry in this area under a pseudonym. You know how hard it is not to build on reputable brands? I had to completely rebrand, start dealing with the other elites. Terrible for business. But, who am I to complain? I just like doing what I do. So here I am. I got some information. I understand that y'all are trying to help a friend, you're trying to find out something from the elites. Hey, I'm just in it for the money. So, you could punch me, but if you do, you're not going to get any of that information.
All right, you all ask him what you need to know in a way that makes me not want to punch him. I'm going to silently count down. I'm going to pick a number in my head right now, and I'm going to silently count down from that number. And when I get to 0, I will punch.
No, there's no need for counting. Let's just take a deep breath here. Can't believe that it's me that's been the calm and rational one here. All right? As he said, it's just business, so let's do some business, all right? I'm not great for thinking, but what questions are going to help get us so that we can find Gravely?
Igneous has gone quiet, but he's kind of like breathing in a way that you can definitely see him like internally counting.
Guys, I think Sozeb's a bad guy.
I don't like that term bad guy. I mean, I deal in lots of I mean, society just thinks
yes,
that
bad. Yes.
I'm a businessman.
Yes,
and
bad. Yes.
Listen, when you make deals that
Yes,
involve
bad. He is a bad guy. That's all bad people stuff.
Should we be dealing with an elite if he is an elite and we are trying to defeat the elite? I mean, we need Gravelly, but
I got news for you. When I lost my little business enterprise, the person running this whole thing, they kind of took me out of the running. I had to give up my platinum coin, so I'm not an elite anymore. I'm a free agent.
okay.
Yeah, that clears up the moral implications of this.
So I don't have any problem turning on these the people that are still left in the game. There's a few high-powered elites, and every time one of them, I should say, when one of the elites gets taken out or retires or takes out each other, then the remaining parts of the world are kind of up for grabs. And why am I telling you all this? You probably already know, you're smart people.
I am smart.
Now, what's a Gravely? Who is a Gravely?
Gravely's our friend. He's a small little orc lane. He worked for a company called DreadX. We were fighting big bad evil guy, and there was this crazy puzzle, and to make a long story short, he turned into gas. But we know he's still out there somewhere, and we're trying to find him.
Ah, right. Oh, first of all, DreadX had a terrible business model. It was they did not hire well in their management scheme, and that's why they are doomed to fail. That's why their revenue year over year is on a downward
All right,
spiral.
as fascinating as that is, can we please stay on the task at hand?
Well, of course. I mean, I'm understanding that if you're coming from Cambion, I'm assuming y'all are talking about Malkadoth. Right.
Yeah, we killed him once, so.
Well, but did you? Did you really?
I don't even know who we kill anymore.
I mean, did you see his body, or did it kind of go poof and then float away?
Everything turns to gas.
That one, just like a Gravelly did.
So some beings in this world, as you know, Igneous, are hard to trap. And some of them go poof, some of them teleport, like myself. Some of them can go into a different plane. Some of them, their corporeal form changes. If you kill them, they kind of go back to their home lair or their home base, if it were. And they have to kind of re-get their energy back. I'm guessing your friend, he's kind of a source of energy. He's pure of heart. Otherwise, he wouldn't have as much energy. That's where those types of creatures, these ancient ones, that's where they get a lot of their energy, is they siphon them from the pure of heart.
Are you saying that Malkadoth is an ancient one?
Well, I can't be for sure, but I sure know he's pretty powerful if he's elite enough to take over, most of the United Kings.
He did not seem that old to branch, but okay.
Looks can be deceiving. So are we doing this? Are we, I would like my, item that y'all retrieved for me from the demons, and then I will give you information, or are we throwing down? Because I haven't had some exercise in a while, and I'm fine with doing that too. Well, listen, if you're not going to turn them over, I'm just going to have to raise the stakes a little bit. And he kind of clicks his fingers, and then from the back, you see almost kind of like a spotlight, like you hear this like switch, from somewhere, and then dangling sort of from nowhere, hit by a spotlight, almost like it's a circus with everything in the darkness. You see, Igneous, you see Melvin Gelrod in the background, seemingly unconscious, just kind of hanging there from a something, and he said, "I will give you back your friend, maybe alive, or maybe in one piece, if you hand over what belongs to me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take it from you.
All right, well, you still didn't answer the gas question.
I'm not gonna tell you anything. I work in deals. I'm not gonna tell you the answer until you give me what I want.
Okay, and then you're going to tell us about the gas, and then we get to keep all the garbage in this room.
This empty dreamscape.
Well, here's the other thing is every time a deal is made, I have to get something to give to somebody else. Turns out that one or two of y'all are quite valuable. I could get a pretty penny for some of you. You've caused some trouble in the world, and it turns out you've made some enemies among some of these elites. So when I put you on the market, so to speak, some of them are willing to pay a pretty penny for your bodies. Dead or alive.
So you have changed the deal. So now, even if we give you the thing, you are going to sell us?
Well, it's a possibility unless you give me something in addition that offsets the cost. We're negotiating. This is how deals work. I could get a really good return for my investment. Some of you get to walk. 2 of you would stay with me for eternity and until I sell you to the highest bidder. And or maybe I'll just take your souls. And
No.
Starting to second guess this entire conversation.
there's a lot of ways that all of this could be profitable. Listen, you're bound to break some eggs when you go on these little recipes of adventure. Some of you are just gonna have to realize that you're not gonna make it to the finish line. Am I speaking in metaphors too much? My quarterly evaluation said I speak in metaphors too much.
4, 3, 2,
He's
1.
counting again.
Punch.
Sarsa is
Yes,
longer-
get him. Oh,
All
that is
right,
very loud.
and I need everybody to roll
Oh,
initiative.
Okay.
This
Told you.
initiative is brought to you by...
Capitalism.
We are entering initiative. You are still in this kind of dreamscape, and we're just going to do this part kind of theater of the mind, so to speak. So there's not really any... It's a little hard for you to gauge distance. You're not sure if there's any kind of elevation or flatness or anything. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to say that the terrain is difficult terrain because it's kind of like you feel kind of vertigo-y, like you're not sure if you take a step if you're just going to fall through or if you're going to go up or that sort of thing. Like everything's a little bit spatially weird, and the only things you can see are each other and Sozeb. So your speed is halved, essentially, is what that means for this. The other thing that happens when Igneous goes in for the punch after he announces it, so it's not a surprise, is Sozeb vanishes, and it's kind of a blackness again. So Igneous kind of goes in, and then there's nothing there. But then you hear this from several directions, like all these different kind of like, and you kind of look around to see what's going on, and you look up and you see these what look like bats, but then you realize that they're not bats. They're actually kind of heads, and they're not just heads, they're your heads, but they're evilly transformed. It's like versions of yourselves, and I popped something into the Discord.
What kind of nightmare fuel is this?
So they're basically versions of your heads, but instead of bodies, they have these kind of big, membraney wings of different colors. Some of them are kind of are tattered and torn and spiked, and others are just, they're like wyvern wings. They've several of the heads have these long kind of black purplish tongues sticking out. And they're flapping around towards you, and they're just kind of coming towards you, and there's one for each one of you. So that's what you're fighting at the moment. The first up in initiative is Igneous. You see several of these. They're flying up in the air. I'd say they're about 20 feet high. What would you like to do?
Still want to punch.
Mhm.
I mean, I have my quarterstaff of hops, which
Yeah.
got at the end of Igneous' season, and I don't know if we wrote a lot of stats about how that works, but it lets me go real far. So I feel like I can kind of like launch off of that and get up to one of them and just punch it as many times as I can in my like arc of the jump.
Yeah, it was a
If I can
very
possibly
long-
land on one and like ride it around while I punched it, that would be his plan A.
Well, you could try. I mean, it is, it's something about the size of a head, so you feel like, let's say you feel like you kind of outweigh it. If you jumped on it, it's not huge, so you would probably pull it down.
That would be fine. That would be good.
Okay. Is there anyone in particular that you want to go after? Your face, or you have yourself, Branch, Randall, Sarsa, Tiburon?
Functionally, whatever one's closest, but if I have a choice, probably my face.
Okay, so you jump up and go for the kind of winged creature that has several tentacles and little pinchers and things like that. Going is like, it kind of like just screams at you, and you go in for an attack.
For the first regular 2 attacks, he'll give it a punch. Oh, that's a 26. Does that hit? Does that hit this little Igneous guy?
It does.
Yeah. 10 damage, and he'll try to stunning strike.
Okay. Ooh, it rolled a 19.
Oh, I'm sure that'll do it. So then he'll do his next
Strong little
attack.
devil.
Heck yeah. 14 on attack 2.
14 will hit.
Nice. So that's
You're just
gonna
like,
do.
like punching yourself in the face under your own face. And every time you punch it, it's kind of like squishy. It's like
Ew, gross. So that'll do 15 damage. I believe I have a cold arm. I forget the details of that, but if I can drop a little cold damage on it with my cold arm from my brother from another mother, give it some of that too.
I believe it's an additional 2 points of cold damage.
All right, drop that on it.
All right.
See how it likes that, and then I'll flurry of blows.
That's a one-time use,
All right.
but before a short rest. So. All right, so you can.
Done.
It's a one-time thing. Flurry of blows. Yeah,
A lot
sure.
of build up for that. So I'm gonna 2 attacks and at least 1 stunning. Oop, the 28, and I'm gonna give me another stunning strike attempt.
Okay.
Burning through that key. Con save.
It fails. It rolled an 11.
Oh yeah, what happens to it?
So
Drops like a basketball.
Well, yeah, so it seizes up. It can't flap its wings anymore, so it starts to fall. And because you're grappling with it, you start to fall. So you fall about 20 feet, and you take, that will be 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Fine. So it's stunned. I have it down, and I'll do that final flurry of blows. Maybe just try to like stomp on it. That's a 17 to hit. Damage, another 15. That was a lot of damage on this stupid little head.
Goodness. That is a lot of damage. It's still going though. It just kind of like just not able to move. It's sort of frozen in its monstrosity facial expression. So that's your turn. Okay, Tiburon, you're up, and then Randall, you will be up next after one of these things.
Remind me real quick. We were shown, was Melvin here? Somewhere?
Melbourne's here, but he is hanging up in the air, probably about 50 feet in the air, like
Right.
pretty high, like
Very, very unreachable unless we.
yeah, he's just kind of,
teleporting
unless
or
you're
flying.
able to fly. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, then that shall not be my focus. Then my focus shall be also beating up some of these heads.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for the Randall head.
You're gonna go for the Randall head. Okay.
It's not like you, Randall. It's uglier.
Impossible.
It is pretty. I mean, it is a possum, just a possum head with these tiny little black bat wings, and it's like kind of laughing, screeching at you. You can now. It is about 20 feet in the air. Are you gonna kind of go for?
I am
leap?
actually gonna go ahead and cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna wind up a Chromatic Orb. I'm gonna
All
make
right.
it, let's say, fire. You know, it's got fur, assumedly, or quote unquote
Yes.
fur.
Yes.
So maybe a little fire would give it a singe.
Yeah.
So
Is that a deck
yeah.
save?
Let me double check what that is. I'm pretty sure it's spell attack.
Yeah, it's a spell attack. It's not a dex.
Okay.
Great. Heh, is a 10 gonna hit?
10 will not hit, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So 10 misses. This jet of fire shoots out from the orb, and the creature kind of flies out of the way and dodges it, kind of does a little barrel roll, and it's like, "Ah!" And then it kind of swoops back down towards you and sort of makes a little circle. So you did miss. Anything else? Do you have a bonus action?
I shake my fist at it, but I'm just gonna move so I'm in a position of its line of sight, so it doesn't like try and attack any of my.
Sure. Yeah. You're kind of
Yeah.
like playing
Come
defense
on,
a little
come
bit,
on.
like distracting it. All right. Fair enough. It would be the turn of the igneous creature bat thing, but it is stunned. So actually, everybody make me either a nature check or a religion check, because these are kind of based in like devil and demon lore. So
10 nature.
Kind of 3.
8 religion.
okay.
Worst cleric ever.
21, either one, but let's say nature.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So, and Zach and Igneous got a 16. So none of you have really heard of anything like this kind of monstrosity, except Branch. And maybe it's through your kind of goblin, sometimes tangential monster associations of you've heard of tales of demons and devils, and there are creatures. And you remember these are being called Vargul, or some people say Varguli, and they are basically like reconstructions, almost like not ghosts, but sort of like reconstructions that kind of poke fun and mimic other people's visages, and that's what you're pretty sure that's what's happening here. Is they're not actually your heads or like alternate dimension versions of yourselves or something, but they're just creatures that have sort of like morphed into versions of y'all
Into the Knights-averse.
yeah, and it's pretty scary looking. Okay, so Randall's Vargul will it's right on Tiburon, so it's going to fly down, and let's see, it's going to make a stunning shriek. So it comes down and is like, yeah, and shrieks at you, and then I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, because you're all within 30 feet.
$13.
19.
29. That was a crit.
Nice.
22 for Randall.
I'm afraid of no bat with my face on it.
So Zach, what'd you get?
27.
Oh,
Good
there it
roll,
is.
good wisdom.
Okay, good. So everybody succeeded. So great. So that was the Randall Varguli. All right. So Randall
is going to take his rope of levitation
Okay.
and he's going to wrap it around Sarsa. And He's
Oh.
going to tie it in a little knot and see if she flies up to the sky.
With consent.
I say, may I?
Sarsa's into it.
All right. You
I got this little trick
you
from
tie
you and
her.
Derek.
You tie a rope around her waist, and you do a little. What kind of knot do you do? For those that are into the knots.
A bowline? I don't know.
Okay, great.
Did
You
you
learn
said,
it from being naughty.
Yeah.
Ah.
Good boy. All right, so you tie it around, and as soon as you tie the knot, Sarsa starts to float up. And the length of the rope, I believe, is like 25 feet. So how far do you want to let her get up?
About where the things are flying around. So
20 feet?
yeah, 20 feet
Okay,
up.
so you got like a good 5 feet. Are you tying it the other end around you, or are you just holding it?
You know, like when you like stand on a rope.
Okay.
Like I just stand on it.
Gotcha. All right, so Sarsa, you are floating now 20 feet in the air. We'll get to you in a minute. Branch, now it is your turn.
Branch is going to use his. I'm going to use my bonus action to turn into an air elemental, using
Okay.
both of my wild shape charges to do
Nice. Okay.
that. And then I'm going to fly up there and attack those dudes.
All right, which one would you like to attack?
Um,
The one, the Tiburon one is no. Sorry, the Igneous one is being engaged by Igneous, and the Randall one is being engaged from Tiburon, I think. So you have a Sarsa Varguli, you have a yourself Varguli, and a Tiburon Varguli.
I'll go with Sarsa.
Okay. So air elemental going after the kind of Sarsa Varguli with big black tattered wings. And it has a slight accent.
Height.
And
Oh, is
okay.
that infernal? Because
Yeah, it's infernal food. Where's my whiskey?
didn't we already establish that infernal was boy.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Evil.
Okay. Okay, Branch.
All right.
You make your way up there. Make an attack.
Yep, I fly up there, and then I get a multi-attack, so I'm going to do first one, slam on Sarsaguli.
Slam.
There
Yep.
it is. That is a 22 to hit.
It's
Cool. Dog. Jesus. And then 2d8. Okay. Sorry, I've never played this particular beast before. That is not great. 8 plus 5, 13 bludgeoning damage.
okay. Then just give me all your damage.
All right, and then the other one to hit is gonna be 21,
That hits.
and then that is 10 plus 15. 10 plus 18, or no, 10 plus 19, 29 total bludgeoning between the two attacks.
Okay. So sorry, it was 13 and what?
The second one would be 16, so 20. Yeah, 29 total.
Okay. So it slams into it with this kind of gust of wind, suddenly impacting it, and you can see Sarsa's face just, or the Varguli's face of Sarsa. It just, and parts of its decaying flesh kind of go flying away, and then hairs go flying and everything. It's
Gross.
gross. It's gross. These things are, all of you, as you're kind of attacking and flying around, you see they're not the hardiest creatures. Their defense is pretty low. They're just creepy looking, and it's throwing you off. All right, that's your turn. The Tiburon Varguli swoops down and attempts to. It's going to attempt to attack Randall. So the Tiburon one is going after Randall. It's going to make a bite attack at you.
Oh, no.
20 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
That's going to be 15 piercing damage.
Ew.
And 10 poison damage. So 25 damage total. And I need you to make a con save.
Randall has the con.
I got
Nothing
the con,
against
baby. 14.
14.
I have a plus 10.
Let's see. What does it say?
Poor showing.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
You succeed on the Constitution save, so you just take the poison damage. It doesn't slow you down. You kind of shake off the extra effects of it. All right. That is. Actually, it's gonna. Other thing it's gonna do. Nope, that's it. Okay, that was its turn, and then the next one is the Sarsa Varguli. It's flying around currently battling the air elemental. It's going to try to, I don't know if it can hurt this thing, but well, it doesn't know that, so it's just going to try to bite you if it can. And it misses, so I'm not even gonna. Does a 15 hit?
Its armor class is 15, so yes.
Okay, so if I think it might be immune to piercing damage.
It's resistant to piercing. It's immune only to poison.
Okay, all right. So it'll take half damage. It'll take 7 points of piercing damage. Ready? This flying thing. Oops, there's a kitty. Cool. All right. Next up is Sarsa, floating in the air, attached by a rope of levitation. That
Level 5
Randall
Spirit Guardians. Let's go, baby!
All right, so you rolled your Spirit Guardians. The stingrays, kind of shimmering opalescent stingrays, appear in a 15-foot radius all around you. It's like this giant floating Cirque du Soleil balloon of light in this weird space. It's very trippy. And then you happen to right kind of in the, because they didn't plan for this, and it just sort of appears that the we'll say the Tiburon one is right in the flight path, and it goes into there. So I forget. Do they have to make
It's a wisdom save?
Wisdom save. Okay, yeah, that's probably yeah 10.
And so basically, the full
not
damage is 22. If it had
Alright.
saved, it would have taken 11.
All right, it did not. So these things are not wise. 22. All right.
And when Randall sees that going on up above, if he could take a reaction or do anything, he wants to kind of like run around, kind of like move
On your
around.
turn. On your turn, you can play.
All right.
You can play wave too.
Perfect.
I can't. Let's see. Do I have any bonus actions? Can I use my bonus action? Let me just double check that I can do this simultaneously. I don't think it's concentration.
It can't be a spell.
I thought it can, as long as it's a bonus action.
Well, you can do a cantrip if it's not considered an action. If it's a cantrip that says it's a bonus action.
Okay. Well then.
Am I wrong? I mean, like that's how we've always played
I've
it
been
before.
playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. and I
Sure.
don't
Okay.
think
Well,
that is-
Baldur's Gate is Baldur's Gate.
Well, I'm pretty sure that that's actually okay. It's fine. All right, then yeah. If I can, I'm gonna try and blow and flap my arms to try and scooch myself towards whatever the closest thing is as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah. You're kind of like using your stingrays to kind of propel yourself forward at this one that just took took a hit, which is the one that looks like Tiburon, and it's and then the last one is Branch, the one that looks like Branch. So the Branch Varguli is like, you know, and it's flying around. And hey, you guys got to do bad impressions of me, so I'll do that in my own way. It flies down and it's going to try to attack Randall because it's holding onto this rope. So the Branch one is attacking Randall. It's going to... Oh, actually, one of them already attacked you, so I'm going to actually say the Branch one will attack Branch. Nope, Branch is an air elemental. Who is on the ground? It's going to attack Tiburon. There you go. All right. It flies down, so this Branch head kind of flies down and tries to attack you, Tiburon. Let's see. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
And it comes down with its tongue lashing out. Yeah.
Oh, that's 21.
21 succeeds. All right. So you are not cursed. All right. And it's also going to try to bite you. 17.
17 will not hit.
All right, so it and it misses you. All right, top of the initiative, it's Igneous.
Igneous would like to... It's still stunned until the end of this turn, so while inflicting maximum damage, he wants to pick up the head, kind of lob it up, and then uses a quarterstaff of hops to grand slam it. His aim is to actually knock it into the Tiburon one.
Okay, so you landed from the first one. You weren't in midair, and then you jumped up again. You, on your second attempt to try to use this, I think you have 3 charges, by the way. So, with the staff, right? It was some.
I'll accept that, but I'm on the ground just standing on it. It's just on the ground because I stunned it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So you're not jumping.
So I
up
just
again.
need to literally T-ball. I want to toss it up and just hit it using the staff as a bat.
That's fair. Okay, yeah. I remember it was like a D4 worth of charges or something, but we just averaged it to 3.
That makes sense.
Anyway, okay, yeah. So you just batter up, and well, you know what batter up is. But you're like, here we go, stick ball, staff ball, and you smack it. Sure. Give me an attack.
Ooh, that was a critical hit.
Ooh.
So that would be 20 damage.
20 hits. Oh, 20 damage. Yeah, so you hit it expecting a large lob of this head to go across, and instead it just kind of splatters into black mist and ichor, and it is and it's weirdly cathartic to hit yourself in the face, but it just kind of... And because the background and the floor and the sky is all black, it kind of disappears, and you don't even know where the pieces went. You don't know if they've gone on the ground. It just sort of goes away. So you're not even sure. At first, you're like, did it vanish? Did it teleport? And you're not really sure. But yeah, you definitely kind of went right through it. Anything else? You want to move?
I mean, I probably do want to move. Do you want to count that as my full action? I don't know if I can do any bonus action on its own.
That's an attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I can get to another one, I'll use my second attack on something else.
The other ones are... Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. I think the other ones are still in the air.
The Branch one is down by Tiburon, I believe.
Oh, the Branch one is... Okay, yeah, the Branch one is down, so that you can make your way over to that.
I'm going to go over and kickball that one.
Okay, go ahead and... You run over with your monk speed, and you make a kick attack. So go ahead and make your second attack.
That'll be a 27.
That definitely hits.
Damage, 11.
All right. 11 damage. And it goes flying back like 10 feet, kind of goes in the air a little bit, so it gains a little bit of altitude, kind of, and flies. All right.
If I remembered this character better, maybe, but I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Thank you. That was fun.
No worries. That one is dead. The Randall one, that one is gonna make a bite attack at you. Oh, here we go. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
15 damage, piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
20.
Okay, so you take 10 poison damage, but it does not affect you in any other way.
Got it.
So 25 total. All right, that's its turn. Randall proper, it is your turn. You are still holding the Sarsa balloon.
Yeah, I'm gonna move around,
Okay.
like holding it in one hand, and I'm gonna like try and have Sarsa hit a few other people.
Are you gonna take the dash action to get like extra movement?
Yeah, I am gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna use all my action to move her around.
Yeah.
and,
I will
get
say, what's
under
your speed, Randall?
30. So half.
So half that because it's difficult terrain. So I say you can get to another one. So you can definitely affect the one that you were hitting before, as well as at least one other one. So not the branch one, but maybe the Sarsa one. So so both of those will make a wisdom.
Do spirit guardians attack friendly as well?
I don't believe so. No.
No.
No,
okay.
it's only enemies. There's no friendly fire with spirit guardians.
What's
Cool.
this? What's the save
That's
DC?
why I use it so much. It's 17 is the DC.
Okay,
Wisdom.
So that's a fail, and
Because a lot of my AoE stuff, you guys would be toast too.
does 0 succeed?
Mwah, mwah.
No. Okay, so they
That's
they
gonna be
take
no.
what's the damage they take?
Let me roll it.
All right, go ahead.
5th level. That's gonna be 14.
Okay.
And 2 1s on that one. That was a sad roll.
Well, there you go. 14, and that was with Randall's turn, not even with Sarsa's turn. But yeah, just by proximity. Branch, you're up.
Cool. The Sarsa ghoulie is still
Yep.
alive, yes?
It just
Okay.
it just took a little bit of spirit guardian damage, but yes, it's still
Cool.
kind of like. "Ah!"
All right, I'll attack that one.
All right,
Does a 25 hit?
25 hits.
Yeah.
My goodness.
14 damage. Is it still up?
It is disintegrated, similar to the one that Igneous. You took it out, so it just goes. And it just kind of disintegrates. So
Cool.
it is dead.
Which ones are still up?
So we have a Tiburon, a Branch, and a Randall.
Are any of those in the air, or are they mostly on the ground?
The Randall one and the Tiburon one are in the air.
Cool. I'll go after the
Actually,
Tiburon.
all of them are in the air. All of
Okay.
them are in the air.
I'll go after the Tiburon one anyway.
Okay.
I have 90 feet of flying movement, so I assume I
Great.
can
You
make
definitely get there. You just whoosh. In fact, like Branch's air elemental, you don't. It's clear. It's just kind of cloudy, but with the darkness, it's like seeing a dark, like this kind of dark shape, and it's a little like, what is going on? Like, is Sarsa casting a cloud of storms or what? Like, you don't really know where Branch is. You just kind of hear this like thunder and everything like that. Okay, you make it over to the Tiburon one.
Yep. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, yeah, it's looking real sloppy.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, moving on. So now the Tiburon one, it's gonna try to scream at you because it does not like that. So I need you to just, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As an air elemental? I don't know what that's...
It's a 12. Because I don't think I get to use my... It's been a minute since I did this, but I don't think I get to use my stats.
I think it's as the creature when you're a druid.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
We'll just go with that.
Okay, so that actually fails.
Okay.
So what this means, this is a stunning shriek. So you are, you kind of this thing, even though you're an air elemental, you still have the senses of like what's in front of you, and you kind of attack this thing, and it just kind of reared back at you, and your ally, your friend, is in this horrifying form, and you kind of, if you had veins in your air elemental form, they would be icy chilled, and you consider yourself frightened.
Hey, that's one I'm not immune to. Cool.
Yeah, so
I'm immune to almost all the conditions except for that one.
So you have disadvantage on your ability checks and attack rolls. When it's within your line of sight, you can't move closer to the creature, and you're stunned. You can't take actions or reactions, can't move, and you can speak only falteringly, which you can't speak anyway. So you're kind of just like, ugh.
So I'm frightened and stunned.
Yes, but you can, and let's see, you can make another wisdom saving throw at the end of its next turn.
Cool.
All right. That, at least it worked once, you guys. That was great. All right. Let's see. The Sarsa one is dead. So Sarsa, actual Sarsa, it is your turn. You're floating in the air. You still have your spirit guardians. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind.
Oh.
And basically gives me a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide gust of wind that blasts from me.
Okay.
I hate you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that like behind me so that I can get to I want to get to as many of these guys as I can, and I will take the attack of opportunity if I can possibly get in vicinity of multiples of them.
So you're gusting yourself to get closer to the other flying ones.
You guys remember the animated Robin Hood?
What the?
And there's like Sir Hiss winds
Yes.
up getting tied to a
There
balloon, and he like turns his tail into a propeller, and it's
Yes,
like
okay.
that's like entirely what I'm envisioning, but like with like a swarm of stingrays like flying all around me right now. Let's go.
That's funny. I like it.
That's the visual for all you listeners at home. That's the visual we're going for. If you need to YouTube like Sir Hiss from Robin Hood,
Great character.
great.
Okay,
animation.
so I'll say you kind of make your way to the Randall one, and it's going to make another wisdom save. -1.
I
So
just
no.
rolled 30 damage on this bad boy.
30 damage. Oh my gosh. It's still up, but it's pretty weak looking. Yeah, it just takes a bunch of like stingrays kind of going in, passing it, shocking it. And the Randall Varguli looks pretty rough. The branch, is that your turn?
That's my. So again, I don't know if I'm impacted by the issues with movement, but we're talking 60 feet of wind, so I feel like that should at least get me 30 feet of movement.
Okay, well, yes. However, you are being held by a rope. So I will say, if he allows it, Randall has to either let go of the rope or allow himself to be kind of carried. So if you can make a strength. If you're contesting this, Randall, you can make a strength check against Sarsa's strength check to see if you want to like try to hold her, like whoa, or you can just be like, yeah, go with it, and then like just allow her to drag you.
Well, if I were to let go of the rope, will that negate the?
She's on
Can't
her
he
own.
like
levitation?
surf it? Can't he like basically be like skiing on the rope?
Can I let it take
Rope,
me
like-
away?
What do you want to do? and
He
I'll let
doesn't
you know.
weigh
what
that much.
But like, if I like the magic isn't dependent on me holding it.
No, but I'm
Or is
saying
it?
you could hang on, but just let it pull you.
Yeah, I will give in to
Sarsa,
the.
Sarsa's just gonna call down, "Let's go, boyo!"
All right, Randall's gonna go. All right, and kind of kick off and like
sure.
go with it.
So you're just kind of like doing this kind of like little hoppy,
Yeah.
like kind of skidding every couple feet, like what?
Yeah.
It's if it weren't terrifying with these monsters, it would be hilarious, and it kind of is. So
Awesome.
with that, I will say you managed to go around and attack the other two, navigating with a little bit of guidance from Randall. So let's see. I'll just make one of them is. Let's see. Just in case, I will roll a wisdom save, but they probably don't. So that's a 9. And yeah, 0. Man, these guys are terrible. All right. So yeah, give me some damage. Sarsa, give me some damage.
Oh wait, is this Spirit Gardens again?
Yes, yeah, because you're going around and you hit
Oh,
the other
I'm still
two.
going. I'm sorry.
That's what you
27.
wanted.
I'm down. Let's go. Let's go.
All
27.
right. 27. All right.
Let's go.
All right. You kill one, it disintegrates. The spirit guardians, the stingrays kind of hit it. Boof.
Which one?
That's the the Randall one goes poof. And then the branch one gets hit, but it's still up. So there's only 2 left, the Tiburon one and the branch one. Varguli. All right.
Nice. Nice. I like this collaboration. Good effort.
Great. All right. The branch Varguli did not like that, and it's going to, despite getting hit, is going to go right for the floating flying target that's there. So it's going to swoop in. It already got hit by you, so allow me some flexibility there. And it's within your midst, so it's going to attack you with a bite attack. And that's going to miss. Cool. And it's also going to try to curse you. So I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Was this on me or who?
On you.
Sorry.
You just beat up 3 of them.
Yeah.
So
19.
19 will succeed. So you're not cursed. All right. So it's there. It's it's kind of at you. All right. Top of the round, Igneous. You're back up. Followed by Tiburon.
I want to catch up to the Tiburon one and wail on that. I really want. Tiburon's oddly disappointed that he didn't get to Grand Slam the head because it exploded. So he wants to go back and catch up to one of them on that. So
all right, you can use another charge to jump up, kind of vertically, with a slight arc, if you want to do that because it's pretty high.
I will do that.
Okay.
And try to wallop it into the ground when I get to it.
Fair. Yeah, so you're going
to launch and
slamming
whack.
it down. All right, give me an attack.
Okay. Attack will be 17.
That'll hit.
Damage 15.
Ooh. It is still barely it is bludgeoned and hurt quite a bit, but it is still alive somehow. But it goes blap, 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 and just little splotches of some sort of black liquid come out of it, and it's and it kind of looks up at you with its tongue sort of flapping around a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna land on it with my feet.
Okay, and you just come
For another
down
attack.
feet first, yeah, bam. Give me another attack.
18.
That will hit. And describe your victory.
Just 2 feet directly on its face. Heel in both eyes. No more head.
Oh, yeah. You kind of slam into it. Heels first. It splotches and kind of goes everywhere. You somehow kind of like right yourself because the only reason I say you don't just fall on your butt is because you are a monk and you kind of find a way to make it look cool and you're like, and it goes poof. All right. Tiburon, there is one left, and it looks like Branch, and it also looks pretty hurt, and it's currently attacking Sarsa, surrounded by spirit guardians 20 feet in the air.
Does that leave it close enough for some sort of lunging or jumping strike at it?
I mean, you could certainly try to jump up. You don't know if you ever really jumped up 20 feet before.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
You can also, I mean, like, it's being held by Randall, who is kind of coasting it around. So you can try to get him to pull it closer to you or something like that. It's whatever you want to do. Well, so how this will work, because there's only one left, and we're just gonna, the next person's turn is Randall. So we'll say, Randall, if you want to start pulling in Sarsa, you kind of plant your feet and you start pulling her down. The Branch Varguli is kind of all wrapped up in the spirit guardians and kind of floating around. It makes a wide berth, and it's now staying away from those, but it starts it's pissed off, so it still kind of floats around, and it gets within about 10 feet. So Tiburon, I'll say go ahead and make a dexterity, make a either acrobatics or how whatever kind of skill you want to use to try to jump up 10 feet.
Either acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you want to let me use of those two.
Okay. If you're using your legs, athletics. If you're kind of bouncing off of your friend as a boost, like hup, hup, parkouring kind of thing off of his shoulders, then I'll say acrobatics.
I will use my own legs for athletics.
Give me athletics.
So that is a 22.
22. Yeah, you definitely just kind of leapfrog up, like straight up, do a straight up jump, just vertical, massive, quads. And what are you attacking this guy with?
Well, I go for my 3 attacks simultaneously, so just
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, 27.
Oh my gosh.
15 and a 16.
Describe your victory.
Excellent. So as Tiburon squats down and then leaps up, he manages to give himself just a little bit of spin, so he does one somersault, comes on up, slashes one wing, does another short somersault, and slashes the other wing on the way up, and just lets the head fall to the ground and die.
Wow. Okay. You slam this thing. It's like disintegrates upon slamming into the ground. You all kind of take a minute to kind of look around and make sure, oh, did we get them all? Sarsa is still floating up in the air as Randall pulls her slowly back down and unties the rope, so she's no longer levitating, unless you want to leave her up.
Am I still frightened?
No, it's gone. So,
is a big scary flying Tiburon still there? Did you get him?
Oh yeah, we got him. It's just big, scary, regular Tiburon over here now.
Could you bring me down a little bit faster there? You're kind of taking your sweet time.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Here, Branch can help, and I will use my air elemental form to also pull you down, which probably surprises you if you can't see me.
Or you are the air elemental, you wrap around her and then turn back into Branch and then fall.
No, I'm gonna stay in my air elemental form for a while.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'll pull her down. Oh, here you go. Hey, that worked out great. And all entire.
You know, actually, it really could have been worse. That was pretty effective. Thank you, Randall.
Nice work.
Can we still see Melbourne?
Melbourne is not visible, so in the skirmish of everything, he has sort of vanished. What you do see amidst the blackness is kind of like some sort of faint mist that's drawing in around the outside of you, and it starts to overtake all of you. It becomes very, very thick, and it doesn't really have like a smell or an odor to it. It just starts flowing in, and then as this is happening, and it just happens very quickly. It's just there's no acidity to it or anything, so it's not dangerous, but it just completely blocks your vision. You can't see any of your other teammates at all of a sudden. And then you hear Sozeb's voice as this is happening, as your vision is obscured, and he's like, very good, very good. I like seeing how y'all beat up on your own faces. Well, let's see if we can't have a little bit more fun. And the mist and the fog kind of clear up a little bit and starts to disperse. You find yourself in this large cavernous chamber of a room with pillars around the outside. It's kind of got a sort of carved staircase of kind of stone, and also kind of a chitinous hide of some kind. It's like a combination of almost like bone and rock is what the surface is made of. There's several pillars with these kind of glowing, almost like spider sack lanterns that are kind of attached with webbing and grossness on the pillars to light up the room. And on the ground there are carvings of spider insignias and kind of runic spidery kind of symbology all around here. And you hear Sozeb's voice again, just kind of a disembodied voice. He said, I figure y'all would like to maybe start seeing some of the higher up, where we're all getting our funding, the elites, that is. You might have figured out it has something to do with the ancient spider queen. So now it's time we bring this to a whole nother level.
Does anybody see Sozeb? Where is he?
I don't know. I can't see him. But obviously, we're gearing up to go head-to-head with some kind of nasty thing, and it's probably going to do with Aranye, because she just seems to turn up all the freaking time, doesn't she?
One of Igneous's recent abilities is Cloak of Shadows, so he's gonna kind of slink off to a dim area and make himself invisible.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where'd that other guy go? We're down.
I don't know if it's any help, but the fact that Sarsa is not trying to hide at all and is just very loudly cursing under her breath, like, spiders. Isn't it bad enough to be dealing with a werewolf and we dealt with the fire things and just now it's freaking spiders everywhere. Ooh, spooky.
Can we get out?
You don't really see any doors. there is a kind of a double stairway in the top of the room that you go up, and there seems to be maybe like not really a door, but kind of like a sealed alcove, but there's not really any way into it, at least not from a straight on, in the wall. You look up, and there's a lot of kind of medium size, like 4 foot wide, 5 foot wide holes. And as you look around in this sort of dome shaped structure, you start seeing lots of different kind of holes that are carved into the ceiling and around, and there's these big kind of maybe like tunnel entrances that are carved into these different areas. Just shaking his head.
I don't like it.
That's what you see. And as you're kind of noticing this, you hear very faintly, you hear this. And it's kind of tickety tick tick, rattle rattle, step step.
See, what did I tell you? Freaking spiders.
All right, let's gear up. Does
Branch
anybody-
has a spider friend. Her name was Daphne, and she was quite nice. Maybe they will be friends of Daphne.
Hi. I don't think so. Does anybody want one of my mystery liquids?
No, thank you. Gross.
I'll drink
Okay.
just about anything right now. Bring it on. I'll take one.
All right. Go ahead and
The
drink it.
Sarsa and Randall team up has been going good so far. So let's see how this
Let's
goes.
keep it up. All right.
She just
you-
doesn't even look at it and just drinks.
All right. So you drink it and you have swiftness. Your walking speed is increased by 10 feet for 1 hour.
Oh my goodness. So her pacing that she was already doing just gets faster.
Yeah. Anybody else?
As you hold that up, it just like elevates out of your hand, and Igneous drinks it.
All right. That one is gonna be no, it's a healing potion. Well, did you take any damage last round?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Swiftness
so 2d4.
would be better.
All right, as you guys are kind of taking a moment to catch your breath, do a couple things. You hear that, tick, 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 tick. And then from one of the holes, kind of towards the top of where that platform is, where the stairs go up, you see something emerge and drop down on the platform. And it is, in fact, as you guessed, a large, about the same size as you all, a large, like 5 foot wide and several feet tall, big, black, shiny, gooey spider. And
Gross.
it's just kind of, and it's there. And you hear Sozeb, he says, well, this seems pretty straightforward. You have to kill the spider before you can get to me, but you know what? Let's give it a little bit more of a fighting chance. 5 against 1. And you hear a snap, 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 snap. And then all of a sudden, it starts to grow.
Right.
And it
So,
gets-
of course, the spider, first of all, I called it. It was a freaking spider. And then, of course, the thing's going to get bigger because it couldn't just be a simple spider, could it? No, it's going to be a big old nasty spider.
So it grows about 5 times as big as it was, and it is almost 30 feet in width across different areas. A very large, very scary looking purplish blackish spider which channels Lady Aranye's evil energy but is not her, is there before you, and it's kind of like tic-tacking its feet on this sort of bony surface, and then behind you appears this form of a horned, winged, kind of grayish skin, still bald, and wearing this kind of hide, demon hide armor with a long, dark tunic underneath with large bracers and horned wings, and he's much taller than he was, and he turns to you and says,
Now you see my true form. I am Sozeb the Industrious, the incubus from the second level of the hills, and you must fight my champion. And me, of course.
Oh, I knew he was a bad guy.
You're going down, knights.
and we're going to continue our initiative that we had before with Sozeb and a big old spider in the mix now.
Of course it turns into big bad evil guy with the spider. It couldn't just be, let's sit down and hash things out, and it would have been nice to actually have a legitimate conversation for once.
Well, somebody wanted to punch things. So
I still want to punch things.
this is Nesnar the spider, and it is going to start our initiative because it rolled pretty well. It's going to attack Randall. And right in between, and it's going to make an attack for you, 18 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 9 damage. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no, that's worse.
You're a bard.
14.
Ooh, 14 is gonna fail.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Heavens me.
Randall, you feel this, not so much a venom that you kind of expect, after a swipe and a bite from a spider, you're like, oh, it's gonna be a big old spider bite, and you've eaten spiders before, I imagine, crunchy,
No
yummy.
problem. Yeah.
This is different. This is almost like this kind of warm blanket goes over you, and it's kind of fills you up with safety and lovingness, and you're like, oh, this feels really good. Maybe I should help this spider. Maybe I should protect it. And you feel compelled to, if anything attacks this spider, you're going to attack it. Even if it's your friend. You are considered charmed.
Guys, the guy Sozeb bad, spider good, spider good. Spider good.
All right, Igneous, you're up.
Oh, so many options of things to punch. I don't know what happens if I get charmed. I'm sure there's a thing. I will invisibly run up one of the spider's legs to get on top of it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna kind of like stand on its head and try to punch out some of its eyes.
Oh, it has many, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's less effective than any two-eyed creature, but I'm gonna get to work on here, just taking out eyes. So I'm expecting to do 2 attacks and flurry of blows, just at any vulnerable spider points here. First attack, 25.
25 will hit.
Yes, 10 damage for that one.
Okay.
And let me see if I can stun it. Roll a con save.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, well, it's gonna work. Seems conny.
That's pretty big.
But then I'll punch another eye. Oh, that's a critical hit.
Oh,
30.
30 will hit. Yes. Jeez.
So that damage is 18.
Okay, 18 damage. All right. You punch out 2 of its, you think 8 eyes. It's too big for you to see around the front of its face. You're just looking at the side.
I'll flurry of blows. Can I reach some more eyes?
Yes.
Or I could just like punch its empty socket,
You can
see
just
what's in
punch-
there.
Yeah.
Whatever looks most damaging. 21 to hit, and that damage is 14. And the second one, 20 to hit, and that damage is 13.
Okay, as you punch the first time and you start getting some like, internal blood or some sort of guts and entrails, it kind of gets on your hands and it's sticky and, kind of pulls you in a little bit. The stuff that's inside of this creature is gross and sticky, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Come on. Ooh, 18. That feels like it should do it.
18 will fail.
Come on!
Oh no.
Giant spider! Your fist goes in to one of its eye sockets and it's kind of mucked in there, and you're like, with a mighty pull, and it's just not enough. So you are considered grappled.
My arm is stuck in a spider eye?
Yep.
Did my other attacks make it, or does that...
No, your other attacks make it up to the last attack.
Okay, and now I got an arm stuck in a spider eye.
You
Cool.
did
Cool.
over 30 points of damage, but
No,
you're just
that's
stuck.
fine.
All right.
I can cast fire spells out of that hand, so bring it on.
Sure. Tiburon, you're up.
All right. Well, let's just run up to it and start slicing up spider legs.
Okay. All right. Give me an attack.
Yeah, this will just be 3 attacks in a row.
All right.
Oh, baby, crit.
Oh, man. Another crit.
Yeah, and then a 24
That'll hit.
and another crit.
Oh, my God.
Dang.
Tiburon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A double
Oh, yeah.
crit. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So you're going to roll like
Angry.
an insane amount of dice and
Oh,
double them.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Here I thought I was giving you all a challenge. Just this gigantic spider.
For attack 1, it's going to be 19 damage.
Okay.
For attack 2, that one's just a regular attack.
Goodness
So that'll
gracious.
be... Okay, that's not much. That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And then...
That's the non-crit one.
attack- Yeah. And for the final... yeah. That'll be 22 damage for that.
Oh my gosh. Blam, blam, just smashing into this with great fury. You think Tiburon almost is like a barbarian, and he's just slicing and smashing into this giant terrifying spider and taking it out, taking it down. It's wobbly. You definitely chop off one of its extended legs in the front, and it loses its footing a little bit. Igneous, you have to kind of hold on, but you're stuck in the eye socket, and it's like whoa, and it kind of leans a little bit. Mighty attacks by Tiburon. Does that conclude your turn?
Huh, it can't get better than that.
That's pretty good. He did like 50 points of damage. It is Sozeb the Industrious's turn. He is behind y'all. He says,
It's time that I get in the mix.
he's going to do an ability, and this is what it's called. It's called Tough Love Roulette. Everyone within 100 feet makes a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, I'm still an air elemental.
That seems like me.
I think we're all within 100 feet would be my guess.
Yes, that's everybody.
29.
Succeed.
11.
Who got 11?
Branch.
Okay. That's a fail.
Yeah.
19.
19 will succeed.
16.
16? 16 will fail.
13.
13 will fail.
Oh man.
All right.
You know what? Actually, 21. I reread the rules on Wild Shape, and I do retain my wisdom.
Oh, good.
score.
Okay. Well,
So
then
21.
then you will succeed. But let's see. So Randall and Tiburon, you feel this kind of wave of And Randall, you're already charmed, which is interesting. You feel this kind of wave, almost if possessed in a rage, and you are compelled even more now, Randall. But Tiburon, you feel this kind of rage, like why are we doing this? Why are you attacking my friends? And this guy really knows what he's talking about, and you feel compelled to attack your former allies now. You're going to use your next action to use a melee attack on someone that you consider an ally, both of you.
Got it.
But it has to be a melee attack. So that is the two of you. All right. And then it's going to take... he's going to actually kind of swoop up, a little swoop with his wings, right behind Sarsa, and does a 22 hit?
On me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, you take 24 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
All right. It Sozeb kind of takes very large, he's bigger, he's considered large.
Do I need to, because that was a pretty beefy hit, do I need to make any kind of a save for my werewolfing?
No, no, I don't think so right now.
Okay.
But thank you for the reminder. Because what initiates that? Like, is it fear, panic, damage?
Strong feelings.
Strong feelings. Okay. Not yet, but I'll keep that in mind. Very large kind of clawed hands, reach around, and you feel this kind of, right around your neck and your face, and you just hear him kind of whisper behind you, almost ethereally, like,
You don't deserve to be here.
You're right. I should be drinking mojitos with Jarek on my ship, but instead I'm dealing with you.
Yes. All right, that's his turn. Randall, it is your turn. Please make a melee attack at whoever you want to attack that's on your team.
All right. Randall's gonna say, "No, leave the spider alone," and he's gonna pull back the string of the guitar, and he's gonna shoot out an arrow at Igneous.
I thought you said it had to be melee.
Well,
It just can't be a spell attack. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't have a melee weapon.
you just smash him with the guitar.
Yeah,
El
I-
kabong.
Be an improvised weapon.
I could.
I'll
with
allow
the-
it. It can
okay.
be a arrow attack.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna do that. Oh, good. The low rolls keep now come in handy. 7 to hit.
So 7 misses. That
Igneous?
was on Igneous.
Yeah.
So he's just like, ah! Pew! And Igneous is like sitting target there. He's like, all right.
And I think that's it.
Do you have 2 actions or?
Nope, just the one.
Oh, just the one. All right. So
Yep.
that's Randall.
That's
Branch,
Randall.
elemental branch is up,
Cool.
followed by Sarsa. Sarsa, you're on deck.
I'm gonna fly into dude's space because I can do that, and I am going to use my whirlwind.
Okay.
So he needs to make he'll probably pass this, but a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Strength.
We'll go ahead and roll.
Surprisingly, he's not terribly strong as an incubus, but so he's gonna fail.
Oh, cool. So he will take. It's only 11 points of damage, but he is flung 20 feet away in a random direction and knocked prone.
All right, let me roll a random direction narrator.
And if he hits something, he takes 1d6. But if that thing is a person, they also have to make a dexterity.
They take it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d10, kind of, or actually, I'll do a d12 and use that kind of like a little clock.
Yeah.
Here. 1 o'clock. It's gonna go this way. And it flies right into Randall.
Cool. Randall, make a dexterity saving throw.
And I roll something else, or you roll the damage?
You're now prone.
Okay.
15 dex save.
All right, you succeed. So you're fine.
Woohoo!
He's just like, no, master.
That's it for my turn.
Okay, I'll just put him right here. All right, good turn. It is Sarsa's turn.
Who's closest to me, Sozeb or Spoder?
Well, Air Elemental Branch just came up behind you and flung Sozeb about 10 feet away from you. And now he's prone on the ground in front of
Great.
Randall.
I am going to hit Sozeb
Mhm.
with inflict wounds. I get advantage because he's prone, right?
Sure, yeah.
And then I'm going to do that as a 6th level spell.
That's a spell? I think it's only
It's
advantage
a-
if it's a melee attack.
It is a melee attack, but it's
Oh, okay.
it's a melee spell attack.
Okay.
Basically, I hit them and it adds it. Yeah, that's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
No crit.
So roll your damage.
So then that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 d10s that I would roll.
That's a lot of d10s.
But do you want me? I'll roll him to hit him.
Yep.
Oh, she's really pissed because he told me I didn't deserve to be here, and that's just hurtful. Like, she still has to figure things out with Jarek. She's still under the spell, and it's freaking spiders everywhere. Okay, it's 33 damage.
What type of attack is this?
Necrotic.
Oh, okay. He's not immune to necrotic. Okay. 33.
Mhm.
All right. He kind of, you see his body kind of shudder from draining energy, and he's, all right. I take that back. You're quite formidable. I won't underestimate you. It's fine. Keep that in mind. All right. That's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
That was a good attack. All right. The spider, Nesnar the spider, is going to it doesn't like that you are up on its body. It also doesn't like that it just got its leg chopped off. So
And my hands in its eye cavity.
yeah, it doesn't like that either. It's gonna Igneous, you see from its well, basically where the webs come out of, from the rear of the spider, instead of webs, you see these jets of kind of a force energy shimmering through the air, and they circle around almost like a heat-seeking missile, if you understand what that is, and it comes right at you, and you cannot avoid it because this is magic missile, but it's in sort of a spidery evil form, and it slams into you, and you take 9 points of force damage.
The spider shoots magic missiles out of its butt. That's amazing. I love that.
It is a
Excellent.
magical spider.
I mean, I hate that, but I love that.
Blam, 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 blam. Okay, Tiburon does a 17 hit.
A 17 will not hit.
Okay, it swipes at you with one of its other legs, but it's a little stubby leg, and it misses you. It's like, "Ah!"
Too mad to get hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're just like, die. Okay. That's the spider's turn. Igneous, it's your turn. You are stuck. You can make another strength saving throw to try to free yourself. Or you can do something else.
I mean, I have some free hands and feet, so bear in mind, DM, I could just punch it 4 times, and I'd probably hit, and that'd probably do 45, 50 damage. But for flavor, I'm gonna jab my other hand into its eyeball, at a different eye socket, that's already missing the eye and cast Scorching Ray into its head.
Okay.
So maybe it's a little extra vulnerable since I'm casting fire directly into its brain. I don't know. Maybe it's compatible, but that would be 18 to hit. I don't know if I roll 3 rays separately. Let me see. It'd be a 23 and a 19 and a 21.
They all hit.
So that will be 66 damage, technically. But you never know how effective that's going to be. It could be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Quit trying to influence me. That's for me to
Pretty
decide.
cool. It's a pretty cool thing I'm doing. 26 damage would be the Scorching Ray damage directly into its brain.
Okay. But because you called yourself out and said it was so cool, I'm not going to give you extra cool points.
Boo!
That's not cool. No. So it is pretty cool. So you put your other foot in there, and you don't even see the fire go out. You just see its face kind of transparently through the shell of its head start lighting up like poof, 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 like a muted firework going off inside of a tent or something, and it's like rah! And it kind of rears its head back. What's the total damage?
26.
26. Ooh, it's looking real rough.
Dang.
Does not take it out, but it like you basically lobotomized the spider, just like so now it's just the muscles are moving, but it's brain dead. It's essentially inside. That is Igneous's turn. Tiburon, you are
does the scorching allow me to get free? Because I was stuck before. My hands out.
Make a strength saving throw with advantage.
Okay. 26.
You're free.
Yeah.
All right. So you can move, you can jump off if you want, you can stay there. And Tiburon, you're up.
Did Igneous move away?
Oh, I don't know.
Are they the closest person to me right now?
He is. He's up on the spider.
So
I'll stay up there feeling pretty proud of myself, yeah.
You don't know that Tiburon is enraged and about to attack an ally, so you're just like, yeah, what do you think of that, Tiburon? And then you're gonna go after Igneous. So you see Tiburon run up, supposedly to like join in, and he just goes up and starts bashing on you. He's like, hey, what do you think of that? 3 attacks.
Yeah, that's 3. I have to do all 3 attacks?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, the first one's a 28.
Hit.
Okay, next one's a 14.
Miss.
Right. And last one is a 16.
Miss.
Excellent. Okay.
All right. So you got 1 solid hit in there.
1 solid hit. That will be... Okay, you got off easy. That's 12 damage.
Nice.
All right, and then I'm gonna say because he hits you kind of surprised the first time, and the reason that it misses is because he knocks you off the spider. He's just like, hey, he slices and knocks you off, and you fall down. You can make a dex save to see if you land or fall prone. 8 to 12.
I have slow fall if I was taking any damage. Let me
You
do my
could.
dex save. 28. That should do it.
All right, yeah, you correct yourself very easily and kind of, and then land. And you're like, hey, bro, like.
Come on, man. Not cool.
Tiburon is kind of enraged, and you see his eyes kind of flare, and he's definitely something's up. Sozeb, it is Sozeb's turn, followed by Randall. Okay, he's going to go up to Randall and says,
You have followed my direction well, my friend. Now it's time to give in.
and he kind of grabs your head and almost like pushes in on your skull a little bit, like scanner style, and he's going to do what's called a draining kiss. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, baby. 12.
Oh, dude. That's gonna fail. Okay.
I have a plus 10.
Yeah.
You rolled a 2? Jeez.
Yes.
Wow. This is 5d10 of psychic damage.
Oh my goodness.
My
You take
brain.
43 points of psychic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by an equal amount to the damage taken until the end of a long rest.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
What's your hit points at?
Currently, I'm at 67.
Wow.
After that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Randy is he's beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He is. He is. He's a yeah. All right.
It's a beefy boy.
That's Sozeb's turn. He's gonna turn around and kind of make his way because he just got attacked from Sarsa, so he's gonna kind of, knowing that you're just like, thank you, Lord. You're like that guy from Ghostbusters 2.
I like it, yeah.
He's like, yes, Vigo is the ultimate, you know. And you're like that guy, and you're just like, who can I hit? And you just saw Igneous land, and you're like, cool. And then he's gonna turn around and kind of look at Sarsa, using another legendary action, Tough Love Roulette. He's going. I need everyone again to make a Wisdom saving throw. This does not include the two that are already charmed. So the other three.
Branch got 19.
Dirty 20.
11.
Oh, Igneous falls down and upon, gaining his senses after landing and getting swiped, he realizes, you're right, and unless don't you have like a can't be charmed thing?
Yeah, I'm scanning. I can't be no disease or poison, evasion.
Okay.
Do you have stillness of mind?
Yes, is that a thing? You can use your action to end one effect. Oh yeah, I can use my action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened. So that's probably my turn. But
so right now you're charmed, but you could use your action enough to have that sort of effect ended. But at the moment you're like, yes, and you just want to attack one of your allies, which should be interesting since you and both Randall are wanting to attack each other and be happy about it. All right. Randall, it's your turn.
Let's shoot another arrow at a frenemy.
Okay. Igneous?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Igneous must be stopped.
I'll say with advantage because he's charmed and kind of like, hey.
Oh, I got a 7 and then a 6 for an automatic miss, a 1.
Okay. So you're like, hello.
So bad. So bad. So 7 is the 7's my total. So nothing there.
All right.
And then I'll
goes wide.
And then I'll strum I'll strum my strings, and I'll say, "Oh, magical spider, I love you so, and you fill me with such wonderful, wonderful things." And I'm going to give it bardic inspiration.
Nice. Okay, that's what, D8?
Yeah.
All right. Spider gets magical. Spider gets inspiration. I don't know if he'll even have a chance to use it.
Does it have the intelligence to?
I don't know. We'll see.
I cooked its brain, so maybe.
Probably not. It's gonna inspirationally, have rigor mortis in just a second. All right, branch, air elemental branch. You see all these things happen. It's very confusing. What do you want to do?
I think with my telepathy, I'll be stop hitting each other. What are you doing? Hit the spider and hit the Sozib. And then I will fly over to Sozib.
Yes.
I'm not going to send... Oh, wait. I have to see if I can do the thing I did last time again, but I think I do not. Has to recharge, and I did not roll well enough to recharge. So I'm just gonna do some slams on him.
Okay.
A couple of multi-attacks here. So let's see. First one is a. Here's the thing. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Cool. And then the second one will be a nat 1. Okay, so only one of those is going to hit. Go with these two. And that's 11 bludgeoning.
All right. As you make that attack, Sozeb is going to use a reaction called Instinctive Charm.
Cool.
I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
18.
That will fail.
Oh no!
So
My
as you go to attack Sozeb, you feel yourself compelled to instead attack the nearest ally,
That would be Sarsa.
Sarsa. So you're like, nope. And then you make your attack and your damage goes to Sarsa.
The attack was 22, so I'm pretty sure it's going to hit.
Sarsa?
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 11 damage, bludgeoning.
Branch, what the heck?
And then my second attack, I critical missed.
Oh, okay. And he kind of looks at you and goes,
I don't think so.
Oh, no, this is
So
just
am
annoying.
I permanently charmed, or was that just the one
Nope,
attack?
It was just a reaction charm.
Okay.
It was just like it's like a psychic shield almost, just this guy's all charisma charm, like everything is charm.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
All right, Sarsa, you're up.
I'm sorry. I kind of did the spider. Is the spider's
still alive. It looks very weak. It's possibly lobotomized, and Randall, Igneous, and Tiburon are all kind of glazed over at the moment and attacking each other. And Branch just attacked you, so you're kind of like, oh gosh, what's going on?
Okay, so I'm over here. So in order for me, I would incur an attack of opportunity. So I think we're gonna let the spider be, and we're just gonna keep hitting this guy.
I will say, make an Arcana check, Sarsa.
Yeah, because my intellect is so good.
Well, you never know.
9.
9. It's not entirely clear, but you do know that with charm and being a being that uses a little bit of charm and is somewhat resistant to charm, you know that a blunt force or there are ways to get out of being charmed, including like getting damaged or getting hit. Could possibly remove charm, other than like anti-magic and stuff like that.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. I thought I had Call Lightning. I know I have Sleet Storm, but I thought I had. Oh, I have Ice Storm. I thought I had one that was Call Lightning though.
Chain lightning?
No. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, it was literally right above Sleet Storm. Because we've got there's a ceiling here. Shoot. Okay, then never mind. We'll do.
No, it's you can still do environmental stuff. I mean it.
Okay. I just because they say it has centered at a point I can see 100 feet directly above me.
Yeah.
Is the way that one's written, so I always assumed. Anywho. All right, screw it.
I'll let it. I mean, like, I don't judge it like, oh, if it's in this ethereal space, like you could still do the spell.
All right, we're gonna call lightning then. Actually, let's make it easier on you guys. Well, how wide are how what's that distance? That's like they're like within 10 feet of me? Is that within 20 feet?
You mean everybody else?
Yeah, like Igneous, Tiburon.
You're about well, that's not entirely right. I would say you're about like 60 feet from Igneous or from Tiburon. It says 100, but the scale's off. So.
All right, cool, fine. Then I'm gonna hit, and I'll even, if I can position it so that it doesn't hit me, but it does hit Sozeb. I'm gonna call lightning. It gives me a 60-foot radius, and basically they all have to make a dex save.
Okay. There's a lightning. We'll say 60 feet.
And I'm just gonna leave it as a 3rd level spell. I'm not gonna try and upcast it.
You can hit.
I should be able to hit all of them.
You can hit
60 feet
You
away
can hit
from me.
everybody except Branch.
Why can't I hit Branch?
He's a little bit off to the side. He's not
It's
in a
a
straight line.
It's a 60-foot radius. It's a circle.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Oh, it's a circle. Okay.
It's
yeah,
a-
it should
it's a
absolutely
li-
hit me.
It's
I
a
thought you said
lightning
line.
storm. It's big. It's gonna hit.
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll hit everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay, I have
Basically, they all have
resistance.
to make a dex save, DC 17,
Hey, our friendly
and no
Kitchener's a
matter
good
what, they're
sir.
gonna take damage. The damage is 3d10. So they would take. What did I do? 16 damage if they fail, and then half of that of lightning damage if they save.
Cool.
All right. So what's the DC for the save?
17.
Dex save. Okay. So everybody make a dex save.
So I failed that, but I'm resistant to lightning, so I still take half damage, I think, right?
Okay.
So it's 8. Because it was 16 full. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Wake up, you morons!
I failed.
Yeah, I am awake.
You failed, so you take 16, and then Tiburon and Randall
Failed.
failed. You take 16 lightning damage. Randall, what was your dex? You're muted, Jeff. Sorry.
I failed.
Okay, 16 damage. The 3 of you that were charmed, go ahead and make another charisma saving throw.
23.
You're no longer charmed.
10.
Still charmed.
15.
You're no longer charmed. All right. So Randall, after being drained, still feels this is worth it. I'm gonna follow the
Protect the spider. It's
protect
beautiful.
The spider, protect Sozeb. You two kind of shake off whatever feelings you had of being charmed after being shocked by light. All right, so that's now it's up to the spider, who feels very inspired by his new friend, the possum folk, and he is going to. This might be the last thing he does, but he's going to. Let's see.
Did the spider or Sozeb get hit with the lightning?
Oh yeah, I guess the spider got hit too. Oh, and Sozeb. Yeah, that you're right. I completely forgot. I was so focused. So let me do a dex save. That's gonna fail. Sarsa, you killed the spider.
Nice job, Sarsa.
So the spider goes, bleh, and it collapses down, and I'm just gonna take it off the board. Sozeb, dex save. It's actually very dexterous, but that was not good. And he's gonna take the full damage as well.
Boom, yummy.
Ah!
That was an
All right.
effective use of time.
Spider is
great turn.
dead. Yes, good job. Igneous, you are up. Spider is dead.
All right. Well, I don't have to use my action to become uncharmed.
Mhm.
So that's nice. Got electrocuted instead. I will go wail on Sozeb.
What are friends if we won't electrocute one another?
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to Zozeb, who I can probably get to. I've got a lot of movement. He just got electrocuted too. And
Randall,
do some
use your
punches.
you use your reaction to attack Igneous as he runs by.
Bring it. Shoot
You
me.
can whack him with your loot. You can smack him on the head. You just sorry, buddy.
Yep. I will. Let's see. 16 to hit.
Miss.
Dang it.
You're like, no,
Like the
my
spider."
friend. You missed. All
Spider.
right. Okay, Igneous, go ahead and attack.
This is my big moment. I've been trying to do this the whole time. I'm gonna punch Sozeb in the face a bunch. 18.
Yeah. 18 misses.
Oh man. 23.
23 hits.
There we go. Go ahead and make a con save then. 12 damage.
Okay. That fails.
Sozeb.
Wait.
the
Wait,
Stunned.
hold on.
He's gonna legendary his way out of it. Or some
No, it's not legendary. Ooh. No, it's not legendary, but I'm going to use, because it's a new round, I'm going to use my instinctive charm as Sozeb, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
crap. 20.
That succeeds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been awesome if you would attack somebody else and stun them. All right. So, yeah, you succeed. Okay, so it still hits. All right. So yeah, so he fails and he is stunned.
Nice. All right. So I'll flurry of blows. I think that I have advantage, which is good because that would have been a miss. So 2 hits, a 28 and a 19.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me some damage.
10 damage
Yeah,
and
3.
14 damage. Total of 24.
24, and that's bludgeoning.
Yes.
Is that magical?
Yes. My magic hands.
Magic.
Magic
Okay.
monk
Oh, yeah,
hands.
that's right. Because you have magic hands at this point. Yeah, because you're
Mhm.
Ghost Puncher at like level 8. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Sozeb takes some hits. Some. Boop boop boop. Tiburon, you are not charmed. It is your turn. What would you like to do? The party's down here.
Yeah, everyone's already beating up on Sozeb. Save a piece for Tiburon, and I'm just gonna run over and start beating up on him.
Okay.
But this time, for my first attack, I will use my frostbite cantrip on my
Ooh.
scimitar.
Nice.
Do a little frost damage.
Okay. Okay.
That is 29 on the first roll.
29 will hit.
Yeah.
Good goodness.
26
26 will hit.
and 28.
Oh my goodness. What is this crazy? Yes.
I get plus 11 to any
Jeez.
melee
Just gotta
attacks.
fight.
Yeah.
That's nuts. All right. Give me some damage on your
All
3
right.
attacks.
So the first one is gonna get plus 3d6 of frost damage. So let me do the regular damage first. And then I'll add the frost damage. So the regular damage is just 11 damage, and then the frost damage is gonna be 11. So 11 regular damage, 11 frost damage.
All right. Halved because it's it's a resistance to cold damage.
Okay.
So it'll be 5. It'll be 16. Okay.
All right.
That's one attack.
The other 2 attacks.
So you see that you attack once with this frost damage. He kind of takes the slash, but the cold doesn't bother him anyway. I had to. It just happened. I'm so sorry.
Next attack is 18.
Yeah. So the second one was 18 damage?
Yes, the second one was 18 damage, and then the last one is 11 damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's just 2 damage rolls. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. He's You beat him up. Excellent. It's his turn now. Man, only one of them is charmed. Or do I want to bolt? You see he's kind of looking around. He's a little nervous. Just looking for exits. He's like,
No, I'm not ready to give up. I've got so much more expansion. All right. Hold on. I'm willing to talk. Just, I won't take any of you. I won't sell any of you. I will give you the information that you need. Please, just stop. Randall, my friend. Randall, please tell them to stop attacking, and I will listen.
Yes, Master, yes. He's good, actually. He's good. Capitalism is great. It's me, regular Randall. I hate garbage.
Please, I have so much more to give this world. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to the hills. I have more fun here.
What about Melbourne?
Oh, yes, fine.
and he snaps his fingers, and then Melbourne, the body of Melbourne appears on the ground.
The dead body, or
He's not dead. He's not
the way
dead.
you said that.
No,
It's like,
sorry. No. He kind of slumps down, and he's just like, oh, and he's sleeping. He's kind of just like tired and unconscious, but yeah, he's stable. So he's there.
There he is. See, a gesture of good faith to you. I've returned him. Now, please, just tell me what you want. Let me live, and I will even send you to where you need to go, to the one who has the answers. I promise.
are we out of combat?
For the moment.
Sarsa is going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, the next one would be Randall, but he's kind of told Randall to stay his attack. So at the moment, combat is held. Zone of Truth.
Basically,
I think everyone has to roll something, unless you just allow yourself to.
15-foot radius sphere. It's a charisma saving throw, and again, that's going to be a 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail that one.
But I know whether people have failed or succeeded on it.
He rolled 20.
I succeeded against it, so. Wow, he succeeded?
Yeah. He's a very charismatic guy.
I'm gonna cast it again.
Oh. Well,
Are you casting Zone of Truth? You don't need to do that. I'm willing to help you.
Well, I don't believe you. Zone of Truth!
Say that under a
he
zone
fail
of
on-
truth.
Can't he fail on purpose?
oh, is that a thing? Like you can choose to just give in?
Yes.
It doesn't say in this. It doesn't say in the spell text. It just says it's a charisma.
All right. I will.
Well, he rolled an 11, so fails.
I'll keep casting all day, baby.
He rolled an 11.
Okay.
He's good. Also, Igneous failed.
I actually
Ooh.
succeeded that time, so I don't know what that does if I failed the first time and succeed the second.
Igneous, did you really mean it when you said my hair looked good like this, or?
Absolutely, it looks really great. I like it. Way better than the creepy bat version of you, which did not look good.
All right. Listen,
And as he's talking, he kind of reverts back to the small halfling, and then you kind of see the illusion fade, and you get kind of transported back to we can go out of this map and out of initiative. The map or the surroundings of the office kind of watercolor fade back in, and you are back in the office, and you see kind of a beat up, bruised, and punched small halfling bald man. He's like, I'm so sorry. Listen, I just get caught up in things. I really don't like physical combat. I just
Keep in mind,
wanna...
you're in zone of truth.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
He's telling the truth. I just want to sell stuff. I just want to make money. I want to be a venture capitalist.
Right, well, right now you need to sell me that it's worth it not to kill you, because I can tell you right now, Igneous would really enjoy sending you back to the Hells. So why don't you tell me everything you know that's going to help us find Gravely?
Oh, all right. Well, here's what I know. I listen. If you send me back, it's not going to hurt any. It's not going to help anybody. I can tell you what I know about the.
Well, I'm waiting. You've got a short timeline here, and I'm also in the zone of truth, so you know
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not
I
killing
don't.
ya.
Well, I don't know
Yes.
where this Gravely is. That's honest truth. That's hell's honest truth. I promise. Now the other thing is, I could send you to somebody who knows where he is.
You showed up to the bargaining table with nothing except for I know a guy.
Well, yeah, but I do. I mean, I know the elites. I know what's going on.
What's in the
Right? I mean,
box?
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
You mean the big box or the little box?
What little box? The box
There's
we've been
two
dragging all
boxes
around the.
Well, no, there's the big box that y'all brought over.
What's in the
that
big
one
box?
actually. Oh, the big box. Well, he he kind of brings it over and he's like, I'll show you. I'm telling the truth now. So he opens it up, and in the large box is a were creature. It is one of the were creatures from Cambion in sort of a sleep state, and he's like, I was gonna, these go for a very high price on the black market. I was gonna,
Oh no,
they
I'll
they
be taking that. Thank you.
all right. I mean, it's
You're in no position to negotiate. Tell us about the little box.
It wasn't. It
Punch.
wasn't going to be killed. He was going to be, like taken care of as like a pet.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
conversation is over.
it wasn't
Punch.
me. I mean, it was. Ow!
Right,
Ow.
little box, go.
All right. The little box has, the demons have this. They've got parts of powerful beings, and they don't want it to stay in one place for too long, and this is the finger of a bone devil.
Right, we'll be keeping that as well. Thank you.
Okay, I wouldn't keep it too long because it's kind of a cursed item, and if the bone devil finds you, he's gonna be real mad. They try to keep it away because he's always looking for his finger.
She kind of looks at the group like, anybody want to take this?
I point at Randall.
The demons, they said they'll give it to me, and I was going to sell it to somebody as something else, as kind of a magical item, but it's actually a cursed item. I mean, I'm not always telling the truth to people that I sell to. You got to make a living somehow, but times are tough.
Times are tough because of people like you.
Well, doesn't mean you have to be tough for me. Okay, well, that's what's in the little box. It's just a, rare
Right.
item.
So who
Finger.
is this person that you're saying you can transport us to?
I can teleport you. I can send you right now to the people that can help your friend, that can take you to your friend. Do you want me to do that?
Are these people going to hurt us? Are they bad guys?
No, they're fine.
And once we're gone from you, what are your plans after we leave you?
I mean, I'm probably just gonna go back to doing things. Honestly, like trying to sell stuff. I mean, you put a bit of a kink in my armor. It's gonna be hard, but I'm just gonna try to. If you want, I mean, I hope you don't, because I'm honest. I'm telling the truth here. I hope you don't come back, but probably could use me to find out more information about the elites if you wanted to, but I don't want you to do that.
Tell us more about the elites.
Also,
No,
I think
don't do it,
he's
boss,
real
don't do
handsome.
it.
Actually, I just want to say that I think he's real handsome. He points to Tiburon.
Yes,
your
I'm aware that
your
Tiburon
your
is very
skincare
handsome.
is amazing, sir. I don't know what kind of regimen you use, but you are kicking it. What was that about the elites? What do you want to know?
Who are they? Where are they? How do we defeat them?
I mean,
What weaknesses do
that's
they
kind
have?
of a weird question. I mean, they're all over. They're in several continents and places. You know, you already know what I know. I mean, I don't know everything about them. They work in mystery. They it's not so much them I deal with as like their, you know, footmen and consigliaries and people that arrange stuff for them. Sometimes I talk to them telepathically, but it's not a direct connection. You know, they all have their weaknesses, but they're all different, and that's the truth. Aranye's the one that's putting this whole thing together.
She's the one that organized this whole thing, this whole round robin of bad guys taking out each other and destroying innocents along the way. Aranye?
She's the one that came to all of us and said, if you want absolute power, you take over the realm that you're in. You try to amass as much power as possible, and you can even start taking out other realms and taking over each other, or have people fight amongst each other, and whoever is the last elite standing is the one that will rule the world. That's what she said.
Do you believe that?
Well, it's not good for business, so that's why I didn't want to. I mean, I just took over the realm in the south. Well, his name I can't remember right now, but I just.
No, I mean, when you're on there, you said that. Yeah, you know tricksters, you know the type. Do you really believe whichever elite's gonna rule everything, or is it gonna be her?
He looks at you, and without flinching says, She was telling the truth that she expects everybody to fight each other. But if I know people, and I think I can read them pretty well, being somebody that is very charming, I think she's in it for herself.
Oh, ding, 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 ding. He figured it out. That's adorable. Have we exhausted our, you guys feel sated on the elites there?
You don't understand. She's using you as well. She's using everybody on this realm to take out each other. And when there's nothing left to stop her, no bad guys, no good guys, she's going to come in and take over everything on this plane herself. But she can't come in to this plane. She's trapped in the Fey realm. She has to wait until everything is weak, and the doors and the planes are weak in between. When there's nothing left to stop her, she can come in and take over everything.
And that sounds like a tomorrow problem. Right now, we just want to find Gravely.
I can send you to people that will be able to help.
All right. Well, before we do that, does anybody else have anything? Because I have one more question.
Oh, I've got to get Melvin back, and I can drop off your were friend if he can send me to Cambion.
Yeah, I can do that, and I mean, I can only teleport twice, so I might have to. Yeah, I can send you four of you, and to your friend, you know, to the people that can help find your friend, and then I can send Igneous. I can send you and Melbourne. You know, I can send you over to Cambion.
All right, Sarsa, what's your question?
Well, this question isn't. Well, it is for you, but it's for you. Because you're here in this zone of truth right now. When will it be enough? Enough money?
deep? Good question.
He thinks about it and he's like, so Zeb kind of looks and he's like, I'm an incubus. I don't think I'll ever be satisfied.
Not by the things you're chasing after, and I want you to think long and hard about that. And the next time we see you, I expect to see you as a changed incubus.
I'll do my best, but I can't guarantee that.
Yeah, it's fine. The bar was pretty low. All right, we'll take you up on the ride. Let's go, knights. Let's roll out. Igneous, it's been a pleasure. I'm sure we'll cross paths again soon, but best of luck and good luck with Melbourne there. And
He
please,
hoists Melvin over one shoulder and hoists the were creature over
And,
another shoulder. All right, let's go.
As he hoists Melbourne over,
easy.
you hear Melbourne say, like a little,
Ooh, that's very comfortable.
that's all you hear. All right. So Zeb kind of twists his hands a little bit, and slowly to your right, you see this kind of shimmering opalescent portal open up. It looks very clean and stable and not shaky at all. There's no ill effects. It's not held together by duct tape and whatnot. It looks very like put together, and you can even see a clear window of your destination, which I'm not sure what it is, but through the clearing. And so the four of you, Randall, Sarsa, Branch, Tiburon, say your goodbyes to Igneous and walk through the portal, seemingly to an area where someone on the other end is going to help you find the keys to freeing your trapped friend, Gravely. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Yay!
So Zeb, no, let me join you. Let me travel with you.
You're no longer charmed.
Oh, bad guy. I knew it.